How's it going, everyone? Mad Spartan here, and today I'm bringing you war number 9 of Season 54. We are up against GT40, which is definitely an alliance that I know. Definitely an alliance that you have to be very, very good against. On top of the stress of just playing up here with all these amazing guys, it sucks to play another alliance that's really good and you have to perform like better than you've ever performed in your life. So we are on path 6. There is a spot here which could have gotten a little messy, but before we get into that, we'll talk about the team a little bit. We do have Mag, which is for the Nova that's coming up. And I think most of my fights were Silk fights, so I just threw Shocker on there. I feel like Shocker's a really good option with the Ruptures. He helped me out 2 wars ago, if you guys remember that. And yeah, so we're going to need that. And you guys are going to see, it was this war kind of went pretty well for me. I'm not going to lie. It was a relatively quick war, but overall it was good. The first fight is Spot, which I was afraid of, because Spot, not that like he's like a weak matchup for me, but he was always a character that I kind of wasn't good against. But you know, I'm just kind of figuring out how to go. I had to duel him a couple times to see if the Silk Sense messes up the SP1 decks or anything, but it seemed like it was alright. With the global, you're actually able to negate all spiked armor damage. So the goal was to bait the first SP1 and immediately get him to another SP1 so that he'll actually have like 0 dots. Or spots, I guess they're called. But that was like the main thing that we had to worry about. But I thought the only thing that could go wrong in that fight was the first combo into the heavy. Each hit would have given him a spot. Because I think like each hit has like a 20% chance or something to give him a spot. And once he gets 5, he goes miss. So in my head, I was like, dude, watch the whole combo give him a spot. So like I was definitely a little nervous. But it ended up going very well because one SP2 killed him. We are running 150% power back because I don't have 200, and I bought my only one I think for last war, I believe. So overall, it hasn't been good on the wallet, that's for sure. I just had to buy like units and shit, so it's funny. But next up is Ebony Maw, which very easy fight, especially for Silk because she combos into her heavy, so he basically gains no uptime on his charges. And also with the global, you actually negate all the degen damage that he would be doing from that one Fury. So it's overall good. That's why we're just using the gray regen boost. We used it for Spot, and we were fast enough to get it on Ebony Maw, and we were fast enough to have it on Nova. But that's not how we fight Nova. With Magneto, we have to be very particular with how we fight him. We're going to be using an advanced power boost because they are 7-star rank 3s, these guys, and Nova does a crap ton of damage through your block if Mag doesn't completely get rid of it or perfect block it. So we do have to kind of prepare for that, so we kind of have to make sure that we're able to get to the SP3 as fast as possible. For other characters like Weapon X, you just want to get there so he doesn't get his stuff. For Nova, it's more just like you just want to end it before he kind of starts shredding through your block, because at the end of the day, eventually you're gonna have to be magging like rank 5, 7 stars, and they're gonna hurt. They're gonna hurt. It's just gonna be like a race to get to the SP3 before they kill you. Now, the thing with this fight, you guys are gonna see is it was very difficult. I mean, not very, I guess, but yes, it was annoying. He wasn't really working with me too much, Nova, especially in the beginning. Like he wasn't throwing the light attack. It was a lot of double mediums through my block. I was backed into the corner. He threw the heavy into the corner a couple times. Like, it was stressful. Now, and then, like, it always happens with Nova. In the middle of the fight, I'm like, oh, wait, I can dex the SP2. Why am I not baiting that? Because what happened was, I always throw the SP1, and then I'm in the corner, and I'm like, wait, I can push him to the SP2. And then that's what I do. And as you can see, we just dexed the SP2, held the heavy, and got all our charges. 13% he should be dead as long as nothing crazy happens, and that's it. He's down. Shrapnel Bleed didn't even go all the way around before he died. So another solid mag fight. It's the only mag fight that's on my war this video, which it seems like he's only been magging Novas. I don't think there's really been any other metal guys that he can mag, because I think a lot of the other ones are tech, and those are global defenders, which I think mag could get around, but it's kind of messy. You wouldn't do that. You would just use like Silk or Gladiator or someone more proficient in those fights. So we're going to be baiting the SP1s on Longshot here. And I have a trick when I use Longshot, which I'm not saying it's my trick, but it's just something that I happen to learn. I didn't watch a video on it or anything. I just thought it was something cool. That when he throws the SP1, you can dash back, dash in, and then have enough time to recover. for the second knife, and then you just dash right in. It's like Dexing Void's SP1. It's very simple, and I did it because I thought I thought it was pretty cool that you could do that. But with Silk, I was afraid because it's a double medium, you wouldn't get it. So I actually didn't punish the long shot there because I was afraid I was going to get hit by the knife. But we played it safe and we got it down. Overall, we're good war right now. I'm just like, all right, that's 4 fights down. I don't have much left now. Next up is Stun Reflect Mysterio, which really isn't that bad of a fight, to be honest with you. I was debating, do I use an indestructible, because I kind of needed to save it. I only had 1 indestructible, and I didn't really have the units to buy another one unless I wanted to spend money. Which, disclaimer, I would have spent money if I needed an indestructible. Just, I want you guys to know that. I'm not cheap when it comes to this stuff. But, we fought him a bunch of times here. I think the most important thing is, if he constantly hits that SP1 when he gets knocked down, you have just enough time on the timer to punish him. So as you can see here, as long as he keeps throwing that SP1, as soon as he gets up like he's been doing, we're good to go. We're killing it right now. So I'm feeling good. I do the heavy to throw into his block, or I do throw the heavy so that I hold block and then he throws his heavy, but unfortunately he just throws an SP2 into my block, which I gotta say, I don't know what's going on because there's been so many AI that have been doing that, but as soon as I survived that rooted, I knew it was over because we could combo into the relic and then just throw our SP2, but we didn't want to waste any time, so we just hit him with that second hit, which was a 15k second hit of the heavy, which is absurd how much damage she does. And now this fight, This is a fight that could get a little messy depending on your placement of the map, which, for those of you that don't know, it's 50% less specials for the node, and it has a miss mechanic, which is just something that could mess you up eventually. And it's Sasquatch. When he gets Wrath of Tarnak, which is 10 charges, and he throws a special, I think alone on his kit, he uses like 75% less meter when he throws a special or something like that. So basically 75% or whatever his number is, it might be 50, but I think it's 75%. 75% less specials on his Wrath of Tarnak on top of the 50% less specials from the node. When he hits Wrath, he actually loses no meter when he throws a special, which is, I know, pretty absurd, but that is something that they put into the game for real. So we're going to be hitting him with that SP2. I know that no matter how fast I am, he is going to get Wrath of Tarnak one time. So the most important thing is you want him to get Wrath of Tarnak while he's in the corner. And in this case, you want him to throw this SP2 before he goes into Wrath, because you don't want to worry about that. As you can see there, which for those of you that didn't catch it, we timed the heavy perfectly that the second hit of the heavy would put the miss on him. As you can see, 1, 2. Perfect timing. Like, that was flawless. I wanted to pat myself on the back for that one. Now, he's about to get Wrath here. He actually has to get 11 charges. That is my mistake. He does usually go unstoppable when he throws the heavies, for those of you that don't know. But because we have the slow from the global, it's pretty good. So I did throw an SP2 here just to gain distance, so he can keep just kind of slamming these SP2s, and we're able to fully dex the, the full vicinity of the map. And now we're in the corner, but luckily Wrath of Tarnak's done. I'm trying to not hold block the whole time, so that in that split second that I'm not holding block, maybe he'll throw his SP2 at me. But he doesn't do that, so we kind of just hit him with a heavy to gain some distance. He immediately retaliates with an SP2. And as you can see, we can combo into the relic here, and just like that, Sasquatch is down. That was a pretty easy fight. A lot of planning that has to go into it, with spacing, with timing your misses, and it's just, there's a lot that goes into it. But overall, if you can have full control, that fight is a cakewalk, especially with Silk. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. At the time of recording, I'm actually in the middle of the war, and I haven't checked, but I know that it's not looking good for us. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see y'all on the next one.